In this video, we are comparing the most popular trims of the Palisade and the Highlander. In this contest, we have a new entrant in the segment, the Palisade, up against one of the old guard, the Toyota Highlander. Let's take a look around the exterior. The Palisade immediately impresses with its sleek and sporty looks. It's well put together and has been described as daring and bold, while the 2020 Highlander lacks the wow factor. The redesign in 2020, if anything, has emphasized the bloated look around the wheel arches and door sills. In some ways, it looks like it's in dire need of a good night's sleep and a strong coffee. The Palisade looks fresh, vital, and visually stunning. Not too surprisingly, it's a win for the Palisade. Before we take a look at the interior, we must mention accessibility. With these three-row SUVs, getting in and out can be a struggle, particularly squeezing into the third row. What do the Palisade and the Highlander offer in terms of ease of access? The Palisade has one-touch buttons which effortlessly shift or fold the second-row seats, giving lots of room to get into the third row, whichever side you get into. On the other hand, the Highlander has a clunky manual lever with not nearly as much room to maneuver. A win for the Palisade. Comparing the interiors of the Palisade and the Highlander. In terms of passenger comfort, the Palisade with its longer and wider build comes out on top, more generous leg and shoulder room in all rows, and better headroom in the second and third rows. The Highlander, in its favor, has one advantage with a 10-way power-adjusted driver's seat, where the Palisade has an 8-way power-adjusted seat. With the stick shift, the just adequate storage, and the disjointed look of the instrument and audio displays, the Highlander was always going to be up against it in this contest. And to add to it, the Highlander also suffers from an ill-judged use of hard plastics and cheap materials. By contrast, the Palisade has the look and feel of a luxury car, with the stunning tech display, the smooth lines of the dash design, the streamlined console with the electronic shift button. The generous and extensive use of premium soft materials in the Palisade further enhance the luxury car feel. Another win for the Palisade. Is the performance comparison going to pull it back for the Highlander? Let's find out. There is not much to choose between the Palisade and the Highlander. Both have similar engines, horsepower, and torque. However, the two transmission systems have marked differences. The Highlander's direct shift transmission uses a launch gear to give the experience of the first gear in manual transmission, but then switches to automatic. On the other hand, the Palisade's Shiftronic transmission with paddle shifters is finely tuned and offers the option to switch to manual gears for a much more responsive drive. The Palisade has the superior aerodynamic performance with a coefficient of drag of 0.33 compared to 0.35 in the Highlander. The Palisade and the Highlander both have alternative drive modes. The Highlander has Eco, Normal, and Sport, while the Palisade has Comfort, Eco, Sport, and Smart. The wider range gives greater flexibility in tailoring the driving dynamics to suit the driver's style. Overall, a win for the Palisade. On safety, you would expect the Palisade and the Highlander to be evenly matched. Both the NHTSA and IIHS give the two vehicles their top overall rating, and Toyota Safety Sense and Hyundai Smart Sense broadly offer similar driver assist technologies, working to keep all road users safe. But the Palisade has more airbags, 9 to the Highlander's 8, and the Palisade has the additional advantage in having a wider range of safety features that come as standard. Taking care of drivers with driver attention warning, alerting them to changes in driving patterns and suggesting brakes. And taking care of rear passengers with safe exit assist, which will prevent kids jumping out of the car if there is a vehicle coming. And rear occupant alert, with no child or pet left behind. With 53 children dying from heat stroke in a vehicle in 2019, this is an essential safety feature. Another win for the Palisade. When we look at the range of convenience features the Palisade and the Highlander have, this contest is tight. They both offer the same size color display and with rear view camera. Both have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Both have optional Driver Talk in-car intercom and tri-zone climate control. However, what swings it for the Palisade is some really useful tech. The Palisade has quiet mode, enabling the music to be played in the front but muted in the back if passengers want to rest, and more USB ports, conveniently situated around the cabin. Third-row USB outlets are also available, keeping the family connected on long journeys. And load your luggage easily with the hands-free liftgate, optional on the convenience package with the SEL trim on the Palisade. A win for the Palisade. Give them their due. The Highlander does have the slightly better fuel economy, but the Palisade is way ahead on 5-year cost to own, notching up a savings of 5.5 cents per mile, due mainly to much lower repairs and maintenance costs. And the differences are stark when comparing warranty protections, with nearly double the cover. 5 years for basic cover on the Palisade compared with 3 years for the Highlander. 10 years powertrain warranty. 5 years roadside assistance. Another win for the Palisade. Up until now, we have been comparing the SEL and the XLE trims, but the SEL is actually a lower trim. So what if we were to add the convenience package to the SEL and compare that instead? What difference would it make to the wealth of features available on the Palisade? Well, we have already shown that the Palisade is ahead, but this makes it decisive and puts the Palisade at a significant advantage. For looks and a great drive, the Palisade has fantastic-looking 20-inch alloy wheels and auto-leveling suspension. To make life easier, there are parking sensors on the front and rear, a hands-free smart liftgate, and a remote engine starter. For the ultimate in rear passenger protection, there are 2 great safety features: ultrasonic rear occupant alert and safe exit assist. And not forgetting, because they are always useful, USB ports on every row and a 115-volt power outlet. More convenience and better safety features. Very impressive. The Highlander is a tough competitor, but we have shown throughout this video where the Palisade consistently outperforms it on design, interior space, performance, safety, convenience, and of course, America's best warranty. It's no wonder the Palisade has been awarded Best New Car for 2020 by Autocar, Best Buy by Consumer Guide, Best of 2020 by Cars.com, and Driver's Choice by MotorWeek. To find out more about the 2021 Palisade, we have 2 great videos. The What's New video, which will give you a full rundown of all its great features. And check out the video comparing the Palisade to the Kia Telluride.